Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Coming to you pre-recorded from the Drop Tent Media Studios in downtown Saskatchewan, Alberta, Canada. It's the Magical Misery Tour
Magical Misery
with your host, Jesse Dram. Hey, that's me. How you doing? I have a ponytail. I'd make mention of that. We got a very fun episode with you this week with our buddy Pete Eckenrothe. We've been trying to have him on for a little bit. Wasn't really working out, but Pete's got some good stories. So let's just start with the base and leave it there. Me and Pete grew up in the same town. We're born at the same hospital. And were circumcised by the same doctor with hilarious consequences. None of these are jokes. We get into it deeply. It's let's just say I found the incident scarring. So check it out and check out Pete Eckenroth's show Cave. That is every Friday at, did he say 17th in Arlington, I believe?
I believe so.
17th in Arlington. Just look up Cave, comedy open mic. They have great shows there. They had Stavros from podcast Come Down recently, and I think they sold out. Did very, very
I believe
well.
if you put in Cave Philly to any of your social media stuff, you will find Cave.
That's right. So go check it out and enjoy this week's episode. Love you. Hello and welcome to the Magical Misery Tour, where funny people discuss life's unfunniest things. I am Jesse Ponytail Jones. With me, as always, is my name's Jesse Dram, and my co-host, is always, Mr. Neil Wood. Neil, how you doing?
I'm doing well,
D.
I'm doing well, dude. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday to you. Happy Thursday to our
when
listeners.
you're listening. That's right. Yeah. Oh, you'll be listening to this on my motherfucking birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Woo. 33, finally old enough to be crucified. Trademark Jeff Roser.
Fine. Finally. Thank God.
Yeah.
I've been planning that for you for a while now.
I've always wanted a surprise party. If that's the way you want to do it, I'm absolutely fine with that. Mm-hmm. Our guest this week, very funny local guy, hometown boy for me, kind of. We'll get into that. Pete Eckenrothe. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty great. What's up, skaters? How we doing?
Not much, man. That's a good cramp shirt. I really don't
Thank
like
you.
that. Yeah. Before we do anything,
You had the cramps, my sister. When she was
Yeah.
Great start to a podcast. We are crushing.
you know
it
what they
right
call
now.
her down to the office? The Daily Rag.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, boy.
Before we get started, anything to promote? Social media? Put it all out there.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at PeteEck42, and I'll be at the Ship of Fools Music Festival on Saturday, October 2nd.
Okay.
Did you just buy a ticket or what?
Oh, not 2nd, October 7th. No, I'm doing stand-up and emceeing the comedy stage.
Nice. Okay. That's Pete Eck, ECK.
Yeah, Pete ECK42 on Instagram and Twitter.
There we go. Okay. You got any spots available on that? I'll be out of town anyway.
Oh, yeah, we do. But
Oh. Okay. Well, where is that anyway?
it's in Egg Harbor.
Oh, look at your little Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Look at your little Instagram.
Yeah, dude,
Isn't
I'm a
that
Oh,
a sweet little boy?
It's
Look, you just
Sweetie Petey.
just some rocks. Look at that. What was up with this picture?
Oh, it's opposite Ringing Rocks.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've ever been there. Yeah, there's all these
they're
asteroids they're just metallic that sound like bells. You bring hammers with you.
Ah.
Where is that? Because I've heard of that. I
It's
never actually
like-
see. It's like North Jersey.
No, it's out past Allentown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I know that was always. Wait, is that in New Jersey?
No, it's in PA.
I thought I saw that in like weird New Jersey shit back in the day. You ever go on like a weird New Jersey tour?
I love weird New Jersey. Yeah, dude, it was the whole reason that I had like day trips as a family.
Yeah.
In elementary schools, we bought my dad the Weird New Jersey book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think what were some of the cool ones I saw.
Dude, there's the little mini town made of like cartons in like Williamstown.
Yeah.
They have
Okay.
like an entire like it's like I want to say it's like 40 feet by 50 feet, and it's just like a scale model of Williamstown, but it's made out of like egg cartons and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
There's underneath the boardwalk in Wildwood. You can go there, get all your needles.
Yeah.
You have there's a great tour, Camden at 12 a.m. That's always
nice.
it's always a good tour.
Yeah, I used to do a tour of Camden at 12 a.m. It was called being the manager of a Little Caesars in Camden. We were robbed on my first day as a manager.
It's a hot location.
Damn it, Eckenrothe, I told you to be on top of this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nothing. I'm just the most robbable person in the world. And they were like, hey,
I could see that.
They're like, hey, Pete, do you want to be the GM of the Little Caesars on Mount Ephraim Avenue in Camden? And I was like, you betcha.
How the fuck did you even get that job?
Well, my dad was a kettle corn company, and I kind of fudged my resume to say that I was executive vice president of a kettle corn company.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
you did. Yeah.
There you go.
No, I'm executive vice president of this podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's how you do it. You
Yeah,
just
which
make-
I don't even get because I'm only a fucking junior associate. I don't know. I don't understand corporate hierarchy in the slightest.
Neither did I, but I have been sexually harassing him.
Neil,
for
have
most
you
of it.
have you looked into my paid time off? You said it was going to get some eventually.
Hey, dude, we're looking into it.
Okay,
That's really where we're at. We're gonna get back to you. Probably check your email if you haven't already.
Okay. I'll get into that.
Got you. Don't worry, dude.
PD
It's all
foul.
good. No, you don't.
Fucking wild.
Oh, we were just talking
That'll make
about
no
Lyle.
sense. Yeah, that'll make no sense for people
Third
who
time.
don't know who Lyle
my
is.
roommate and a fellow comedian who I'm sure is like, hey, you coming to the hip hop show that's at our house later? Yes, I am.
Yes.
I'll be
Lyle and Dave run Cave, and you live there now.
Yeah,
And
dude.
stuff like that. And Cave, they've been on episode, I think it's episode 137 of Nerds with Words. You can check them out and all the cool stuff they do. But they do hip hop, or at least music on Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday nights we have a concert.
Temple location in Philadelphia.
Yeah, dude, 17th and Arlington.
There you go.
Sunday.
Come here. It's the only safe place for blocks.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. It's not bad.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
So Pete is newer to the comedy community, but very quickly into meeting him, found out we had a few things in common. For one thing, we were born at the same hospital,
That we were.
and we believe we were circumcised by the same doctor
Who fucked it up both times.
in different ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Hell yeah,
different.
dude.
I didn't know that. One, I forgot that yours was apparently botched.
Yeah.
Why do you think
we're
yours is
we're
botched?
the yin and yang of foreskin?
Hell yeah, baby.
So
Just like those heart necklaces. They just fit together.
okay, well, here is the context. So I already have a joke in my act about circumcision and being against circumcision. I did that at my first Philly's Funniest contest that my mother and my aunt were in the audience for, and the whole thing is just like, circumcision sucks. I can't feel anything, and my dick looks weird. Afterwards, my Aunt Karen comes up to me and says, "Oh, I love that circumcision joke. They messed up your circumcision so much." Like, wait, what? She says, "Oh, your poor little thing. It wouldn't stop bleeding." I'm like,
What?
yeah, no. Like, apparently they circumcised me, and I screamed or whatever. And then, like, 30 seconds later, they came up to my mom and asked, like, "Does anybody in your family have hemophilia?" Which is where you can't stop bleeding.
Yeah, no, that'd be wild.
Yeah. So I have a little scar on the underside, and I needed stitches in my dick. Like, just they leave that out of the really like romantic, spiritual, like, with arms wide open, welcome to this world. Let me cut that off. Ah! Get my needle.
Yeah, and I had the exact opposite problem when I was circumcised by Dr. Jack Simmers
Yep.
of Belmar, New Jersey. He didn't take enough off, so at one point it readhered when I was a small kid, and when I was 16 and got my first like significant girlfriend, I had like a strip of skin go from the head of my dick to like the middle of the shaft of my dick. So I had to go get that cut off.
They call that cornholio syndrome,
Yeah.
I believe.
She was like, you know that when we fuck, that's gonna rip. And I was like, you silly bitch, no, it's not. And then we fucked, and I was like, oh, my dick is definitely gonna bleed if we do this again. Yeah.
If there's ever a worse time for a girlfriend to give you "I told you so," it's with your bleeding penis inside of her.
Yeah, it was a good time.
So it readhered.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. So are you? Wait.
All right, do you have fucking...
Also, I thought the foreskin really what they're cutting is usually just towards the top. And how the fuck did the middle of your?
Okay.
Do you want to draw it on the
We
table?
have a visual
Okay.
element, and then
Yeah, bring it over here
So
close
we
to the
got this-
camera. Good, nice.
This little schmeckle right there.
Yeah,
See,
yes,
like,
yes,
let's
yes.
just say that's the regular dick.
Okay.
This would be where your foreskin would be.
Okay, well, hold on. Do we have this on camera? Hold it up to the camera.
It's a little too bright. Try to aim it. Yeah, that one's there. Yeah, there we
Okay.
go. So we got the dick.
See that?
It's a nice
but
schmeckle.
For me, since they didn't take enough off, I had something that looked like this.
I'm
Where
zooming
there
in.
was just a piece of skin.
Oh, okay. You had a fucking
Zooming in, yeah.
You had
Hold it right
you had a
there,
suspender.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I had like, it was just like a strip of skin that was like,
Your dick looked like an '80s skinhead with like the
Yeah.
fucking suspenders.
yeah, pretty much.
Oi,
and like
oi, oi.
they apparently I knew about this my whole life, that this was what my dick looked like.
Right.
And no one ever said it was weird, but apparently my like pediatrician and mom had been having conversations throughout my childhood. Like whenever he starts jerking off, he's gonna rip it. It won't be a problem. Well, I don't know if you've ever had a thing on your dick that's like subject.
Wait, that's what the pediatrician said.
Yeah, the pediatrician.
Whenever he starts jerking off,
He'll rip it.
He'll start
rip it,
spanking.
and
It'll
be
take care of
fine.
itself.
He's like, he'll take care of it.
Well, then you just got like it's a weird flap that's just hanging.
Well, no, because it would.
You got like
once
it's like
it
someone
rips-
left a sweater out of a car door.
Yeah, pretty much. So they're like, oh, it'll rip, it'll be fine. And then like, but I don't know if you've ever had a thing on your dick that you thought you
Never.
could rip. But you would try really hard not to rip your dick.
Right.
If that's possible.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah. Yeah. So then when I was 16, I like went to the doctor. And
What's
I
that
was like,
pediatrician's name? Dr. Vinny
Dr.
Boombox?
Jack Simmer.
Oh, the same. Okay.
Same doctor.
So
Yeah.
he,
He was like,
he got paranoid from mine.
Yeah.
He started cutting less and less.
Wait,
he
I thought
fucked-
pediatricians didn't. I didn't know pediatricians also cut your foreskin. Is that the same guy?
They do
who
what they
cut
have
your
to.
foreskin. Yeah, they do what they have to.
they do what they got
I'm
to,
out there
yeah.
fucking cutting for. I also pictured your penis also in like any scene of some action movie where they get cut and then they have to go in and someone's got to sew the female. It's like she's just like hold tight. Oh, it hurts a little, but your dick's just
Gotta-
grizzled. It's
gotta
got a 5
pull
o'clock
the-
shadow on the head. Yeah,
Got to pull the bullet out, and it's just.
Right.
Just-
almost there.
Just think of that. Every fucking doctor at some point has had their first circumcision.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
yeah.
you never know. You
I'm
never
sure
know.
there's like a they probably take in like a pig's hoof and like, they're like, all right, imagine their skin or something. Got to do something there.
Like they
Yeah,
do for
yeah.
tattoo artists, or
Just-
they make
yeah.
them like tattoo dead pigs.
They
first.
got it.
Oh shit! Well, I've seen that. There was an old radio show where I remember they brought in like just a bag of like tiny fake baby penises that were like to be practice circumcising.
What?
Yeah.
Where were you and what?
I think it was Opie and Anthony because I think Jim Norton said something and I'm like, I just want to get them all in my mouth.
Right,
Uncle
right.
Paul.
Could you imagine like going to like
No.
seminary and
Oh,
trying
sorry.
to become like a rabbi, only to be told that like you've been selected to be the moil, and then be like, no, I don't want to kiss kid dicks, and then they're like, well, Jesus picked you.
Right.
Like,
Yes,
Listen, that's how it
every
goes.
rabbi remembers the moment when Jesus calls to them. Let me tell you.
yeah. Well,
This
Yeah.
vocation is weird. I heard a horn and then just a glowing little baby dick appeared in my dreams. Sorry.
Oh, I really am not comfortable with that. Do it again. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
So you see,
Oh no, Elmo.
Miss-
Here we go.
so Mrs. Eckenrothe, if you just take a look right here. See, he likes it. So if you just do this a little bit, and then it'll rip a little. Oh, yeah.
I don't like having the camera on him when he's doing it because his tongue's out. It's like it's disturbing. Oh, it's very
Can I
disturbing.
do? Am I the only one? I can't do it.
I
can't do
know.
it.
I know. It's tough.
It's all raspy.
Anyway.
So what's your youth like, Petey? You got brother, sister, parents
Getting
together?
some
I have a younger brother named Eric.
Fuck
and
that
a
guy.
Younger fuck Eric. And a younger sister named Emma. So
Emma, she
Yeah.
hot.
she's 16, so I can't say
So
that.
the
for a couple of years.
hottest. Okay, yeah, that's terrible. I'm
Yeah, no, you can be the judge of that. That's fine.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I should do a camera shake every time, like when I'm shaking my head, so the audience knows I'm not agreeing with why you would ask him.
I've been of the opinion we should strap a GoPro to your forehead.
Yeah. Is your sister hot? Is she? Oh, is she hot? She got little feet. just asking little stuff. She got little feet. It's like, all right, Jesse. She's 25, so I don't know why you're being weird about it. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I see some little piggies need kissing.
Dude.
So parents together.
Yeah, my parents actually love each other too much. I'm
Boo.
convinced. It's kind of irritating.
How do they love each other?
I don't know. They
too
like
much?
they got together like in freshman English. My dad was failing, and
A
my
perfect fucking word to fuck up. Continue.
yeah, my grandma hired my mom to be my dad's tutor, and then they started dating, and they were like, "Oh, that backfired."
There you go.
Does she have little feet? Sorry.
Well, my mom is very fat. But
Mrs.
if you're about it,
Eckenrothe,
dude-
little Robert's passing with flying
Yeah,
colors.
so now they're just two fat people constantly reminding us how much they love each other, and I'm like, you guys could just get divorced. That's always an option. You know that, right? Like, you guys don't have to fake it this long. They're like, what do you mean? He's like, your father's my best friend. He's always been my. I'm like, God, I want to kill myself.
Did she ever do any of that? Like, ooh, look at this sexy man.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Peter
problem.
Griffin.
That's where you got it all, Petey.
You've got your father's penis.
Well, no. I was, that's something that to bring up too is that apparently my dad's got a little dick. I was told
bless his heart.
because I was
If he's
when
big.
when I was born, they were like I had like a dick, and they were like, oh, well, that didn't come from me, and I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, I don't know where that one came from. He's a human being with an average sized penis. That I don't know. Maybe she had an affair.
Oh, thank God it skips every generation.
I've been having weird dick days lately. Where like
Same, dude.
Where it's just like some days it's like my standard 6 and change, like fucking average in the USA, and then some days it's like I woke up. Me and my girlfriend spent the night. We woke up. We had sex because I like taking advantage of morning boners.
It's the hardest you're going to be all day, if we're being truthful.
Well, no. Here's the thing. It wasn't the hardest I was. It was a small hard. Like, it was stiff, but it was like 4, maybe. I don't know what it was. But I like morning boner sex because I feel like I get off quicker more than any other time of day.
Really?
Yeah, morning boner sex, it's fucking...
I have the opposite problem.
There's just no better feeling in the world than immediately waking up and then it commencing trying to nut. Like,
Yes.
It's almost feels like you ever just like get up on like early on a Sunday and you're like, I got chores to do, and how like good that feels inside to get things done. It's like that. You wake up and you're like, damn, I'm hard already. Let's get going.
Yeah, sure.
It's also it's a lot more fun when you can play with a friend. It's a little more on the sad side and knocks you down. Have you noticed there's an energy discrepancy between whether it's a sex ejaculation or a masturbation ejaculation?
100%.
Masturbation puts me like I'll get a little sleepy after sex, but I'll be fucking up and at 'em after 5 minutes. Masturbation, I am just like, oh, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And what does YouTube say? How horrible a person I am. Gavin McInnes? Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. I'm just gonna sit in here. I should really wipe this off my belly.
Very different experiences. For
Well, I have like I'm having the issue of just realizing that like I'm just not as horny as I ever thought I was. Like at no point did I actually like. I think I just wanted people to want to fuck me as opposed to like wanting to fuck. Because now that there are people that want to fuck, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna play Lego Batman if that's cool with y'all. Like, it's cool. You can come through. I'll show me your titties if you'd like, but there's no.
Neil,
no
how's your comment like, Neil?
What? Me? What?
Yeah, how's your comment like?
Dude, it's superb. It's just it's.
A+ gold medal.
Yeah, just bringing down the house with my ejaculation.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, dude.
There you go.
Hell yeah, man.
Got enough for the neighbors. Pete, so what's your childhood like? You a happy kid? You a silly kid? You a sad kid?
I was a relatively happy kid. Shit was weird. Okay, well, things were cool until I was like 10. And then shit started to hit the fan a little bit. My brother is like very mentally ill.
Oh.
So like, yeah, he's like, they think he's like the super early onset schizophrenic. So yeah, like he's like 13, like started talking to ghosts and shit. Like,
that is strange.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia doesn't usually metastasize in that people at a young age.
He's seen a therapist since he was 4, and they started giving him bipolar meds super early.
Bipolar
so
you
they
can get
think
early.
They think that giving him the wrong meds kind of like jump started shit a little bit.
Shit.
Yeah. So like I remember the first time they put him on Paxil, it was like August and like 100 degrees out.
Did they get to sue anybody? I'm sorry. Keep going. They put him on
and they
Paxil.
like put him like he was like had 2 Snuggies on and was convinced that it was like going to start snowing outside and like talking to ghosts and like
Jesus Christ.
It's like a car they've been putting like the wrong gas in for years.
Yeah, it's like someone who's been running on diesel.
Yeah. That's
There's a friend of the family who has 2 kids, and one of them started coming down with schizophrenia, like right on the classic time, like 23, 24, 25.
No, that's when they say, yeah.
And I remember my stepdad, God rest his soul, brought him, like last Christmas, he stopped by my mom's house. He's like, oh yeah, I have, so-and-so in the car right now. He looked at me very intensely the other day and asked me if I was the devil. I'm like, oh, and you're just keeping him in the car like a puppy while you come and visit your family.
Yeah, well, I mean, blue collar people can't deal with fucking mental illness, bro.
Oh yeah, no.
That's a very common thing. Of like now is probably the best time. A lot of blue collar families, I feel like, are like, that's right. There's still science out there, so we'll just go and see what the doctors need us to do. But other than that, they're like, we just lock him in a door, we just lock him behind a door, and hope for the best, and hope he doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, I mean that was a large problem in my house. Was like my dad, who is who was a drunk for a significant part of my childhood as well. Like when he got his shit together, he was like, "Oh, what do you mean you guys don't have your shit together? Oh, you mean he's a crazy person? I didn't even know this was going on for a while there." Like, and then him just being like, "You mean I have to stop being a dick to the kid who doesn't understand that I'm not being a dick?" That's crazy.
Yeah. That's gotta be good. And he's younger than you.
My brother is 3 years younger than me.
You're the oldest.
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Okay. How did that? That must affect you in a weird. What was he like before? What was this? You said this was always kind of there a little bit.
He's always been violent, and he's always been like just overly aggressive.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like it wasn't until like he started to get a little older that it was like, oh, he genuinely thinks that like people are telling him to do bad things.
Okay, so at first just started out as aggression, but then it became clear like, oh, there's like bad messages getting to him.
Yeah, I mean, within 2 days of him learning how to walk, he hit me with a little league bat on top of the stairs.
Oh, dude, my guy is a fucking straight gangster.
He's a fucking gangster. And my parents are like, oh, they're like, oh, we have a crazy violent kid. How about we just put him in wrestling from 3 years old
that's
forward? So he's an all-conference wrestler and a crazy person. So that started to backfire a little later.
I mean, I understand trying to find a positive in it.
So do I, but they were like, oh, he was like, hey, can I do karate? And they're like, no, let's do wrestling. I'm like, oh, you mean the one that's a practical skill you want him to?
Right.
Great.
Yeah, there's nothing like being pinned by a guy who's like, oh, dude, when I get out of here, I'm gonna fuck these snowflakes. I'm gonna fucking goddamn
Did you and him ever get in fights? Like,
it backfired because I didn't realize that he was legitimately crazy until fairly recently.
Because the older brother, I beat up on my little brother.
I used to beat the shit out of my brother, and then he became the same height and weight as me, and where I have chub, he has muscle, and he has a skill set that I don't have.
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, he kicks all of our asses. There's no one in my house that can beat him up anymore. He beats the shit out of my dad. He beats the shit out of.
They should have got him into like gymnastics.
He was in the gymnastics, and they told him he was too. They told him he was too fucking ADHD for gymnastics.
Okay, well, then you play.
They were like, he's tuning out in the middle of a backflip. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah, no, they put him on that. He would just spin on like the fucking
the rings.
The rings. He would just spin for like hours.
Right, well,
and they were like, yeah, this kid's too hyper, and they're like, I think this is precisely where he should be.
Yeah, dude, he just comes. Yeah, I mean, this morning I was amped up. I did work out, did my Spanish, worked out. Hey man, someone's got to be learning something. Did my Spanish, worked out, but I got out and I was in traffic, dude. I was angry. Brittany's like, oh, it's gonna be one of these trips. This is bad. Like I was like, oh, fucking everyone sucks. Like, I'm so angry in Philadelphia. But I was like, I gotta breathe, I gotta calm down. A little too much road rage. Now imagine that, but you think like the CIA is after you and they've been drugging you for years. Right.
Okay. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I got no. Keep going.
I was going to say, this is very early to throw to video, but one of the videos I found specifically has to deal with some brothers who aren't getting along. If you could go to the fight compilation one, it's queued up on it right there. I found this on World Star. There's a big compilation. I found 2 videos within this video. But I love this video that starts here. We're starting on a very badly beaten man, but
yes.
Rest assured, he absolutely deserved it.
Awesome. Fantastic.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
The clip after this I love so much because it's 2 brothers getting into it, and it starts out, it's like grown men, but it starts out like little brother trying to annoy you.
All right.
If we could just play that clip real quick.
Let's see if there's any sound.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You're just saying deja vu over and over again.
I've been to this neighborhood.
No.
Yeah. Spin with the left.
I feel like this happened before. And the fact that he comes back like, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, so that's it. That's it for that. Oh, God. It is fun.
That looks like every fight I've ever been in. I am that guy.
Right there?
Yeah, I start just hammer fisting for a little bit. And then
hammer fisting windmill. So, Neil, while we have that up, we don't need to play that right now, but if you could just cue that up to 12:14.
Okay.
And we'll get to that one a little bit later.
Gotcha.
What's school like for you? Well, actually, before we get too far away from that, so do you have like any relationship with your brother? Or
yeah, he's pretty cool.
Okay.
At this point, he started smoking weed though, so I think that's a large portion of that. he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna not be mean to people. I'm gonna play TF2 and smoke weed. And I'm like, that sounds like a perfect plan.
Perfect. Okay, that works out. So what's school like for you?
It's okay. I hate school,
Yeah.
but I barely graduated high school and then did pretty good in community college.
Remind me what high school you went to.
Triton.
You went to Triton
I went
too?
to Triton Regional High School, class 2016. Oh yeah.
Also, I mean, saying you're doing well in community college, but it's not. I mean, I don't know what you want us to say.
Oh well, no. I go to Temple now.
I know.
But yeah,
There you
I
go.
graduated high school with a 2.3 GPA and got my associates with a 3.7. And I was like, I'm not gonna keep going to school, Mom. And she was like, your bitch ass is going to keep going to school. We thought you were gonna join IATSE, and now you can go to
What's
college.
IATSE?
So
What?
that's the Stagehands Union.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, we thought you were gonna join a union, and now you can go to
gotcha.
school, so you should do that. And I was like, fuck
Wait a
you.
sec. Did I ask you this before? If you knew my brother? Because I think he was 2015. Luke Lynch.
That's super familiar. I don't know if I saw the name.
Triton's a pretty
saw
big
the
school,
face.
right?
It's okay. I
It's,
graduated like class like 400 people. I
Yeah.
guess.
It only pulls from like 3 towns. But
Yeah.
05. Woo.
Hell yeah.
Wow, this is depressing. All right, why don't we? But I mean,
yeah.
so high school, you're not a great student. But
Yeah.
how does that actually like happen for you? Were you not attentive? Were you getting into trouble?
I had a problem where like my mom's a librarian, so she was like always thought that like us being intelligent was important, and like I was able to read in preschool and like all
Okay.
that stuff. So like I didn't really pay attention to school until like 7th grade.
Okay.
And then by that point I had done enough not paying attention that there was no way that I was ever going to be on the same page as anybody else ever
Yeah,
again.
Oh, okay.
Where it was just kind of like I'm down with history, like I got that pretty well, and the English was pretty good, but like there's math was just not happening.
Yeah, math. The big problem I always have is like I never fully grasped what we were doing. Well, actually, I was fine with math until we got to algebra. Because
Yeah.
once algebra got like advanced, and as soon as we got geometry and you had to like graph everything, I was just fucking done. I didn't care for it. Shove your z-axis up your asshole. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, I had so many problems with math because like freshman year I got a B in algebra 1. I'm like, okay, that's not great, but it's fine. Second year I got an A in geometry, so they bumped me up into accelerated algebra 2, and then got a 35 for the year. And they were like, yeah, that was the wrong move. Our bad. That's on us.
Teacher council just sitting around. We might have gone too far with
Yeah.
Pete. We might need to walk him back.
Yep, and then I had the same teacher again the next year for accelerated algebra 2 again.
What was the teacher?
Ms. Millicent Coppola.
That's a great. I don't know who that is. That's a great fucking name.
She got ramen noodle hair. She was a horrible teacher, wonderful woman.
Yeah,
When I was gonna fail the second time, she was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna make you pass." And I was like, "I love you, Millie.
Did you ever have?
Despite having noodle hair,
You're a hero.
You are a delight to me.
Did you ever have Mrs. Winch while you were there?
Oh, fucking Mrs. Winch is a G. She
I
follows
love
me
Mrs.
on
Winch.
Twitter. She like she's a best-selling author now.
What?
She wrote a book about like farm to table things. Like,
Natalie Winch.
yeah, a couple years ago.
Winch. Yeah, dude. She was.
Is that? I don't know. We might be talking about different teachers because I don't think it's that's definitely her. Yeah. Yeah. Natalie Winch's food empowerment blog.
Ditching
But, yeah.
the drive-thru.
Ditching the drive-through. That's what it is. Yeah.
How to pass up your how to pass up processed foods.
Oh.
Buy
Yeah, it's
farm
like
fresh
farm
and
to
transform
table.
Your family.
Well, there you go. Cool, yeah. My favorite story with her was it was freshman year. The entire class was supposed to be reading Of Mice and Men, and as she was walking through, she saw I was reading something else. She said, well, what are you reading? Like Brothers Karamazov. And she took her stack of papers and hit me on the head and said, you're too fucking smart for this class. Why are you here?
Yeah.
And I told her, I always had a problem with English teachers because every time we had to write something, I wouldn't follow the rules. I would get carried away in like writing something. And the first time I did it, she was like, okay, you followed none of my instructions, but it's too good to give anything less than a B. I understand why you're not in advance. Like, exactly. But nah, Mrs. Winch, she's fucking
Yeah, Mrs.
G.
Winch is
Check
awesome.
out her book.
I actually think that the worst teacher I had in Triton also was Triton class of 2005. So I don't know. Do you know Bob Wankel?
Bob Wankel.
He's now the baseball coach at Triton, but he is like.
Wait, was he? Were you there? There was a big sex scandal at
that
our
was
school.
my freshman year.
Okay.
Martinelli, the gym teacher, I was in his class when he got arrested. Like, he got arrested during my gym period.
Okay, so yeah, what happened? Wankel?
Wankel.
Oh, come on. So what happened is a few years ago, a bunch of people who had been in my class who'd gone on to become teachers had in turn come back to the school to teach and promptly started fucking 17-year-olds.
Yes. 3 of them at the same time, and they were all in cahoots with each other.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and what other fun fact? One of the
I don't recognize Wankel, but we have like 40 mutual friends.
one of the
so.
parents. Yeah. One of the parents of one of the girls is a science teacher at Highland.
Oh God.
And he was my Little League baseball coach. So it was just
Look
like the
at
funniest
these
shit.
white devils.
Yep.
Also, I was supposed to have all 3 of them my freshman year.
For just our audio
2
listeners,
of them never showed up to school.
They're busy courting girls at candy stores. 3 teachers from Triton Regional High School in Runnymede, New Jersey, have been arrested accused of having inappropriate sexual relations with 3 female students. Won't say their names. Who cares? But these are bad guys.
Went to school with all of them.
Yeah, they're all garbage.
And one of them is now married to a current teacher at Triton.
Really?
By the way, yeah.
Okay. See, the big shot in front of that for me was my vice principal all through high school was Mrs. Kelleher.
Okay.
And she got married, and her name was different, but I'm sure you probably had her. She went down with them because she tried to protect these guys.
Oh, was it the principal at the time, or was it the black woman? Because
it wasn't the black woman. My vice principal might have been promoted to principal.
Oh, because she was one of my mom's teachers.
Okay.
Like when it was the principal who went down. Yeah.
Okay.
So
But,
you guys done gabbing about your dumb bullshit, like high school crap that no one gives a fuck about, or are we gonna get into fucking topics here?
Let's get into fucking topics
Well,
here.
how the
Okay,
fuck-
how many teachers have touched you, Pete?
Yeah, please,
How many
thank you. Start
teachers
with
have
somewhere-
touched me? None. But when I worked at Produce Junction when I was 17, there was a 32-year-old who tried to diddle me.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Holy
Wait,
shit.
lady?
Yes, it was a lady.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, she tried to entice me back to her home every day to smoke weed with her after my shift, which is, of course, I'm a 17-year-old.
Could she just been a lonely pothead?
Well, she was trying to jerking the
listen, I'm not
gherkin.
blaming the
She
victim
was jerking the gherkin. That's all I'm
was-
saying.
Oh, you went through with it.
What? You make it seem like I'm not going
17.
to.
Yeah, he was 17.
I'm 17. Like an old ass, a grown woman is like, "Hey, let me touch your dick," and I was like, "Sick."
He's
This is
only
tight.
17.
Just stop hogging it. I don't know why you're hogging.
You guys are so good at putting away those cucumbers. She knows just how to grab it at the right
Yeah.
base.
Well, for some reason, he always had a cucumber, but always had a little patch towards the top on one end. It was just he would take a piece of chicken skin and try to make it look like his.
Oh God. Flappy. That's Produce Junction at the Brooklawn Circle.
Well, I mean,
That's Produce Junction on Blackwood Clementon Road. in
What I'm
Clementon.
wondering, because I mean, when you talk about, so when you were 10, stuff started to get weird. That was about your brother and stuff. But I felt like you were one of those kids, just like me, who was like, to a certain point, it was kind of idyllic. Like you're kind of coming up, and then at a certain point, like kind of the world starts opening up. And then you just start to get up into kind of like some situations. I don't know, like a 17-year-old going home with a 32-year-old to get a hand
where I
job.
was just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, I think I hit, like...
That area of New Jersey is like, yeah, a lot of spots are 100%. There's like just dirty stuff going on all the time.
and it's like,
everywhere.
and it's a lie. Like, they make it seem like they're like, oh, we were living in the suburbs. It's so cool. I know more shady shit that was going on in Lindenwold, New Jersey than I have witnessed in the month and a half that I have lived in Northfield.
Oh, yeah, no, it really is like David Lynchian. Like, no, there's shit going on underneath here. You don't even have to look that hard anymore.
Wacky.
Dude, we used to fucking party with our bus driver, who was like a metalhead, born again Christian, and we just get like fucking blazed. It was crazy. He would play my demo tapes on the fucking bus, man. Just poor kids listen to first rate thrash metal.
Gotta be honest, this thrash is killer. You know what's even better? Jesus Christ.
That's right.
There's a teacher at Triton whose name I'm not going to
Born
name on the
again Christian
podcast, who
metal.
I have on good authority as a Coke plug.
You need to tell me afterwards.
I will tell you after.
You don't do coke.
No, I
No, but
as
just
a
for
teacher.
You just
I
want
don't do
hot goss.
I don't do coke
Yeah,
either.
you're not
It's
enough
fucking-
guy.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
yeah.
immediately going to text my aunt and ask if she knows about this because she was Mr. Stahl's secretary for like years and years. and years.
really?
Back
She
into the
retired.
Trump
Interesting.
shit.
So Mr. Stahl's son is like a in-house sub for Triton.
What are you guys doing? A fucking
No, he was on
This is a
American
newsletter?
Idol.
This
For
is
Triton High School?
This is South Jersey education
He
today.
was on American Idol like 2 seasons ago.
Oh,
yeah, he like
okay.
made
Oh,
it to,
really?
Like, yeah, he made it to like the top 30. He didn't make it to like the live voting rounds. But
Okay.
I
yeah.
got you. Man, you guys, Triton actually is one of those schools. I mean, we had a little scandal, but I mean, like when this stuff happens, Triton's a bigger school, Definitely bigger than ours. So when it happens in our school, they're like, "Oh, see, so
where'd you
tiny
go?
little Catholic school in Hamilton." So when it happens in those tiny little
did
schools,
you go
there's
to
only
St.
there's only
Joe's,
one.
or did
Yeah.
you? Oh, I got a funny story about a St. Joe's girl.
Keep fucking St. Joe's out of your mouth, dude. Say some shit about St. Actually, I don't give a shit. And St. Joe's 100% had a lot of the same thing.
Oh, I thought I got herpes from a girl from St. Joe's, but she actually gave me a staph infection on my dick.
What?
How the fuck does that?
Wait, I thought. Are you able to? I didn't know you could even Oh, I guess you can transmit a staph infection. It's
Girl
blood.
had a cyst in her pussy, and I was like, "Let me fuck you." And then she was like, "Sick." And then I was like, "Bitch, you gave me herpes." And then she's like, "Boy, you got a dirty dick." And then I got a text from her like 2 weeks later. I was like, "You should still like go to a doctor and get yourself checked out." And she goes, "Yikes, my bad." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, there was like a huge cyst apparently." And I was like, "Great, this is great."
I just want all of that to be verbatim. Bitch, you got a dirty dick. Like just verbatim.
Yeah, it was pretty verbatim.
How do you get MRSA in your pussy?
Well, it wasn't MRSA. It was just a
MRSA?
staph infection.
Staph.
If it was a MRSA, if it was MRSA, I would.
That
I
will kill
would-
you.
Yeah, my
MRSA
dad had
will kill you.
MRSA.
MRSA,
That was sick.
I had a little.
You had MRSA too?
My dad had MRSA. Yeah, my dad.
yeah.
My dad was an iron worker, and he got a bypass surgery when I was in like 3rd grade. So I guess that's when shit hit the fan. Really.
Yeah.
He had like a quadruple bypass, and when he went back to work afterwards, like 15 people from the job site got MRSA. And like my dad had it in the cavity from like when he got his like heart operation. Yeah, so he was in the hospital for like 6 weeks, like right after he got out of the hospital for like 3 weeks, getting a quadruple bypass.
For those people who don't know what MRSA is, pretty much due to overuse of antibiotics, there are now bacterial infections that regular antibiotics don't kill.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
They like have to like effectively like skim your blood to find all of it.
yeah. Well, no, dude, I know a few people. Luckily, I'm a hypochondriac, so I got mine checked out and lanced right away. But I have some friends who like had to get their shoulders scooped out to get all the infections.
Oh no, that's why.
So it's a form of staphylococcus.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a form
Yeah,
of
it's
staph.
a staph infection, but yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, no, that I did what I think I was like 19 when this happened. I did what any 19-year-old will do, and I was like, okay, well, if these things are still on my dick in a week, I'm gonna go to a doctor. And then within 3 days, I had like 2 of them on my arm as well, and I was like, it's time to figure out whatever's going on with this.
If they already made the commute from your dick to your bicep, that's a little bit.
I was like, yeah, it's time to figure out.
Right. I mean, yeah, you basically
need answers.
when you wait like that, it's any of those history programs where the map changes. You're like your dick is now overrun with red. It's moving,
like,
and
yeah,
you're
like-
like, shit, we were a little late here. It's about to take the head.
I'm seeing the storm is coming in. I'm
Yeah.
watching the radar, and it's
It's not good.
time to get shelter in an urgent care.
Herpes on the stone.
Herpes on my
Well, no, there's one of your nuts is just one
Well,
of the
we're-
Florida guys who stay.
There you go.
We're weathering the storm, fellas. I'm not moving. It's like you're overrun with fucking staff, but you've been through some weird shit. You got some weird stuff already.
Yeah, some weird shit's going
So
on.
you got out of high school alive, barely passing.
Yeah.
Through that, was there any relationships? What was the love like? You sound
You're talking a lot of fucking and not a lot of
Oh,
caring.
I actually I had the same girlfriend for all of high school.
Oh.
Yeah, her name is Jess. She's
well. Then
she's
who the
pretty
fuck
cool.
gave you staff?
This girl named Emily.
That was before high school.
This was actually the first time I did a music festival with Tyler and Cody.
Oh, this is much later.
No, this was I had just started doing stand up and
Gotcha.
chugged a fifth of whipped cream burnett's.
What is wrong with you?
And then went on a quest to eat rice and eat ass.
Right.
Which your boy was successful in, so
Together.
it was pretty
Nice.
tight.
There you go.
I like to
Yeah.
put the rice in a bowl next to the butt and then just go
Oh, you
in
just
between. I go half
it's
and
called
half.
spicy ricey. What you got to do is you
Yeah,
got to take a prime booty.
Okay.
Okay, and then just a bowl of white rice as much as you could possibly fit,
Right.
and then douse that shit in Louisiana hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
And then just eat some ass, and then just fucking
Go
get
some
over there,
rice. Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
clean your palate.
Yeah.
I like to eat as Indian style, just like enough you kind of share it, dip a little naan in it.
Racist. Racist. I was like, I'm more,
Yeah, he
more
only
into.
eats ass if he's sitting pretzel legged on a sofa. Like,
crisscross applesauce. I always like the Japanese style because there's always some place to put your. Never
Dick.
mind, I don't want to do the rest of that.
No,
was
no,
like-
it's okay.
No, sure.
Neil, I believe in
You
you.
can put
Yeah.
your chopsticks in the butt.
That's what the. That's what you fucking.
yeah,
dude.
that's really what we decided on
to
here.
hold them. As,
I
We
wouldn't
should get to the
expect
rest
that.
If there's chopsticks in her butt, how are you eating her butt? That seems to create a logistical issue.
In the middle of, you're right. It should be in her. Never mind. All right.
Yeah.
Let's just move on. This
It's
is
good you
gotten
can
disgusting.
sheath them right there.
What are we doing here?
There you go. Just put a little wasabi in there, a little ginger, and
I
then.
don't put them on the filthy ground at this festival. I mean, I got someplace sanitary.
So wait, you had the long-term girlfriend. Now, were you like very emotionally connected?
Oh yeah, yeah.
How? All right, what's up?
Way I don't know. Did I met her? Actually met her in my yard. I had a bonfire, and a friend that I worked at Boy Scout camp was like, "Hey, I have a friend who I think you'll like. I'm gonna bring her to your house." And I was like, "Sick."
They let you work with the Boy Scouts?
I'm an Eagle Scout.
You're fucking,
Oh shit!
Yeah,
That's right. I forgot about that.
yeah. I'm an Eagle Scout.
With his history?
That means you have a higher propensity to becoming a serial killer. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it also means if I wanted to join the military, I would start at E3 as
Yeah,
opposed to
that's
E1.
Right.
So an extra $17,000 a year.
That is true. None of those things you're going to do. But
No,
it's-
neither of those things. Do you think I could get in the military now?
Or be a
Obviously
serial
not.
killer. I think you're too.
I'm too adorable.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
It's hard. Like, yeah.
Yeah, your name would be like cute serial killer.
Yeah, if I was hot, I could kill
He
people.
kills them while
but
doing Elmo
I'm
voice.
Cute, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
Hot people can be serial killers.
Yes.
Cute guys can be like, oh, he probably knows jokes.
He lulls them with his eyes. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, all right. So you meet the girl at the bonfire.
I meet a girl at the bonfire, and then we just hit it off, and she just came to my house every day for 3.5 years after that.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
That's how it goes. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
found out
well.
later that it was a friend who like had the hots for this girl and was trying to like set her up with dudes that he thought were doofuses, so that she would realize that he was the guy for her.
Ooh, that's a bad
And then
tactic.
that backfired immediately, and he stopped being my friend like immediately.
Good.
That's like a rom-com version of Dinner for Schmucks.
Yeah, it's like-
pretty much.
Really dumb.
Yeah.
That does sound just like super fake television bullshit. Like, why would you think that actually works in real life?
Oh well, no,
we were 15 and don't
I
have social
understand.
skills.
I understand.
Wait, hold on. I have to hear what Jesse's about to say. What do you mean I understand?
I understand getting a little caught up in like what media has told you about fucking relationships
well,
and how
sure.
you're a fucking. I forget who said it, but somebody really made the point. Like, you have to understand the reason that like the nerd guy always beats out the jock for the hot girl is that these movies are written by fucking dorks who never got pussy. I just like believed it. Like, no, it could totally happen.
I don't know. I don't think that any of that's right. I think that the hero story is always the morally good one, and that's just what we've told ourselves in America. But anyway, I get what
yeah.
you're saying.
I'm
I don't think they are.
I'm talking about my own microcosm having. Being unaware of the history
But I guess
of
so. If
media.
it is
at
like a
young age.
Weinstein production, yes, it's always like, yeah, the guy who you don't think would be able to get the girl, but he's figured out that he's real funny, and then he gets the girl, and yeah, it's real bad. Sorry, we gotta stop. I gotta keep this thing on a
How did
traction.
that? So how'd that end?
She went to college at Rutgers, New Brunswick.
Yeah, wait a
and
second.
I was like, why? I don't want to do this anymore. And
You
she was
jump
like,
right
sick.
to the end. What are some of the first? I mean, was she the first one you
Yes.
made a sweat with?
Yes, I lost my virginity on Ash Wednesday of 2014, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, we were going to go to church, and then we were like, fuck it, let's just try fucking. Yeah, it was sick. And then afterwards, we went to my mom's house, and we had BLT salad.
Well, no. It would have been way better had you actually gone to church and you lost your virginity both with fucking soot on your forehead.
That'd be hilarious.
That
No,
would've been
but I
great.
do spend a lot of time camping, so I'm sure there was a lot of time there was soot on
It's
my
real
forehead.
fucked up though
while
because
fucking.
hers is all rubbed off. He was hitting it from behind her head's in the pillow or something. It's like, why are hers really rubbed off? It's like
ashes
we
to
were-
ashes, nuts to nuts.
Is that just Rick and Morty? That's so perfect.
I
So
wasn't even
perfect.
trying.
I know, yeah, so perfect. That's a nut. Rick, come on. Sorry.
Is that a Primus song? I think it's a Primus song.
Yeah, that was very strange for me. Sorry, I was trying to slip into Morty, but it did not work out. Or anyway, so okay, that was the first for you. That's big.
Yeah.
So and you did that. Are we talking? Wait, Ash Wednesday, 2014. You
So I
graduated.
was 16. Yeah.
Okay,
I was a sophomore. Yeah.
really. Do you have a little friends group? Do you have like friends in high school that kind of stuck with you, or you? Who'd you
I
roll
mean,
with?
my social life in high school, for the most part,
Get it
was,
together.
Was just hang out with the girlfriend. But like, I don't know. I had like a core group of friends. Like I did the musicals and was in choir and Boy Scouts. So like I had a group of like built-in friends that like I just.
Were the Boy Scouts always a bunch of? I always have these two things. It was like they always get played as these goody two shoes.
Well, the problem is that we had like the Boy Scouts have that like image. So what happens is people send their bad kids to the Boy Scouts to be good kids, and then they just make all of us just worse kids. So it's like, yeah, like they're like, oh, you're a Boy Scout, you're like a pussy, and I was like, man, I've been stabbed 6 times. I was like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, how many times have you been stabbed at baseball practice? Oh yeah, I'm the square dude. Let me tell you. Like,
I didn't realize that they were sending like it's like that would to basically like prison, like an early reform camp.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, and that's the problem. Like a lot of Boy Scout camps, that really is how they make extra money. Is by like
shit.
sending like one year
Working with not disgruntled.
Yeah, no, we
youth.
were I was at a Boy Scout camp in Maryland, right outside of Baltimore, called Camp Saffron, and they like half of the camp was just like juvenile detention centers that were sending kids for like a week to camp, and it was atrocious. It was so bad.
What's Camp Saffron?
Teaching future criminals how to survive on the lam, I guess.
We want them to have practical ways to survive. You know what I mean?
if they're already going to stab, they might as well know how to sew.
There are important skills that like I understand the value in it, and like it was definitely an important thing for me, and like it was like truly the only social consistent in like my life until I mean I started in Cub Scouts when I was 6, and then stayed up until I actually went to a Boy Scout meeting on the day before my 18th birthday.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I rocked it as long as I could. And then,
Darkest thing that happened. I mean, were you really stabbed when you were a Boy
I've been
Scout?
stabbed several times as a Boy Scout. Yeah.
Was it just
Where are we talking? Pokins?
I mean enough that like I have like I had to get some butterfly bandages.
What did you do to deserve to get stabbed?
It was one friend of mine several times.
his name was Stab Mike?
His name was Delaney. But yeah, no, he's actually recently came out as gay since we got done Scouts, which explains a whole
Why
lot.
he might have been so
Why he was so stabby.
He wanted to penetrate everyone, and this is the only way he could express
Yeah,
himself.
no, we were like playing kill the man with the ball though, and he just like, you know, when you get tackled and you kill the man with the ball, you let go of the ball.
Sure.
This motherfucker just wasn't doing it, so I just picked him up. He was a little guy, and he's pulled a pocket knife out of his pocket, and stabbed me in the stomach, and then I was like, well, I mean I don't appreciate the way he went about it, but it was successful for what he was trying to attain.
It's like he just lay on the ground. Fucking dude.
It's like, you're a dick.
I like your stride, man. That's real boss.
Showing a lot of hustle out there. Oh God, I think they hit the liver.
You call one of the Eagle pieces of shit to come get me. Just bring out a little cart. I am not funny today. I can feel it in my bones. I'm surprised you guys.
It's funny. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah,
too.
can you? Oh, thank you. Hi, how are you? How you
Building your
doing?
bones.
It's a nice thing. Beat a man when he's down. So you're getting stabbed. That's fun. No, but I like that through all this. So up until you're 18, Eagle Scout, you got some friends going on. High school girlfriend the whole time.
Yeah.
She goes away. How was that breakup? Like now I want to know. Like how did that? Was it?
We stayed together.
You
for,
looking at her and waving, you know, while she like in the back of a car, you know, at the window, and she's like, "Bye."
No, it just
like a
kind
Garfield
of,
cat of
slowly,
sadness.
It just slowly devolved into effectively her just not realizing that like she had to continue putting effort into making this work when I was still in high school, and like she was going to college, and I was like,
so was there an expectation that you were going to stay together?
Yeah, we had every intention of making it work, and then like she'd come home for Christmas.
She's not going far. She said Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers, New Brunswick, though. I'd also, you know, I wasn't even 17 the way that she's like a year older than me.
Right.
But the way it worked out was that like I was 16 when she turned 18 and moved to college, and then I didn't turn 17 until like 2 months later. So it just kind of, the time.
So what was the contact like at that point? Like were you?
We were talking all the time, but it just wasn't. It just got to a point where
you could hear the dick
realized,
in her mouth while you were talking.
Well, no, it was, I got to the point where I was like, oh, I could just be having sex with people that I want to have sex with, and not be waiting for this girl that I like enough, but like.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, like we were together for like 3.5 years. And at that point, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be marrying this girl.
This fair maiden.
Yeah, I don't think this is it. Like this was sick. This was a good first time for everything, and like to know how to be in a successful relationship.
So you had a very healthy adult perspective on it.
Yeah, no, and me and her are pretty good friends now. It wasn't meant for us to be.
That's good.
On that wave.
So jumping off of that, being in a relationship for that long. What was that like? Like now you're like a little free boy.
I then dated a really hot girl after that who I was never able to get a boner while dating.
Oh God!
So I was all emotionally shook up after that. Where I was like, I had
But you're not Sarah.
No, but here's what my thing was that like I had a very hard time disconnecting me being attracted to people and me having like romantic feelings for people. Like I was like, oh, I don't want to fuck people that I don't love. That's crazy. And then I was like,
There's nothing wrong with
and
that.
then I was like, oh, but no, I definitely do now.
Well,
But then I was like, no, I can't
sounding a little
do that.
psychopathic, but
I was like, I can't
just
do
like,
this.
listen. Yeah, but I mean, okay, so but in love, like you thought you had to be in love with her.
I thought that I was like,
In order-
oh, I can't be pulling any moves until we've gone on.
just because
I haven't even met your dad yet. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
You and your dad and I need to play ball in the yard first. We have to have a Thanksgiving where at least someone makes a racist joke. Like we got to do some steps. I get it.
Yeah, and then like after that shit all worked out, I was like, hey, like we're fucking. Does that mean I'm your boyfriend? And she was like, no, I just like hooking up with you. And I was like, but I like you. Like I just want to be your boyfriend. Why can't I be your boyfriend? And then my first car was an '84 Monte Carlo, and it blew up going to see her on 295 because she lived in Swedesboro. And at that point, I was like, fuck this bitch. I'm done. She don't fucking love.
Very unique how the environment changes as soon as a tool is gone. You're like, you know what? Honestly, dating only people in my neighborhood. That is how it works. If I can bike to their house, they're good.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not rewiring a car if it's just blow up again in 2 weeks when I try to fucking get back down to your house again.
Yeah, 295 pussy. It's a thing.
Jesus.
It's a thing.
This podcast is unlistenable.
Dude, I hope it is. I hope I'm gonna fucking send the link to my mom when you guys post this, and I hope she gets 3 minutes in and is like, I tried. I really did.
I tried so hard.
Hey, Mama Eckenrothe, how you doing?
Hey, how are you? Your son's a monster. So no, he's a sweet boy. He is a sweet boy. That's kind of crazy. Okay. And so after that though, you had then kind of been like, lust and love can be separate. I can actually just hook up with someone.
Yeah. And
that's kind of a tough lesson to learn. It got weird. What got weird?
I don't know. Because like you were saying, it sounded a little sociopathic.
Yeah.
Because there's no there was no gray area for a while there where I was just like, yo, fucking bitches, or I'm like, oh, I'm just madly in love with this girl I made eye contact with once. Right. And then there was just like no in between.
Yeah.
For a while there. So
I've had that. Although honestly, my whole thing is like, if a girl was pretty, I pretty much fell in love with her.
Yeah.
Like that was just it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And he always like, I'm not attracted to you, but I'll fuck you. Why not? Yeah. What do I have to do tonight?
Oh, it's
really?
It's like when I'm not trying to be that guy, but when people say shit like that, I go like, yeah, guys are monsters. Like they're just,
we are.
I just don't want us to. Like that's the problem.
It's
I don't
so
like.
hard to actively not be a monster.
No, I
And,
think
like,
it's super easy.
No,
I'm
it's
crushing
not
it.
because you think it is, but then like you have to train yourself to like. I was talking to my little brother earlier, and like he, as I said, he's not always great in social interactions. He has a girlfriend, but he was like, if me and this girlfriend break up, how am I supposed to like go about talking to girls on the street? And I was like, okay, well, this is what you do. Anything you want a girl to say to you, you just never say to them ever. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, okay, if a girl walked up to you and was like, hey, do you want to go make out behind these bushes? You would be like, thank you for this opportunity, ma'am. I greatly appreciate your services. And if you walked up to a girl and was like, hey, you trying to go make out behind them bushes? They'd be like, oh, I have pepper spray. Get the fuck away.
Sure.
And there's just like no in between.
Right.
Like you need to learn to be a grown up before you can not be a monster.
Right. I guess so.
Yeah.
In some ways, I don't know. I've said some terrible things on this podcast in jest, obviously, but when it comes down to like, I don't know, I just don't find when there's like, when you say shit like that, you're just like, I mean, I would think those thoughts, I'd be like, that's a very beautiful woman there. Of course, if she was into me,
Right.
I could be into her, if you know what I mean. So, but I would never just be like, I fuck you, like just like a dipshit.
Well, I'm
These are
very
semantics.
I feel like
A
he's
lot of-
overly simplifying.
I know. And these are semantics. A lot of people would argue that these are semantics and that all like, you should just be the animal nature that you are and just be like that. I just don't. I'm a gentleman, sir.
Well, I'm very aware of the hypocrisy of the way I went things around it because I would get when I was in a dry streak, it would affect me emotionally very much.
becomes such a
There
little
is
sensitive.
there's was a little caveman like nobody wants my seed.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
that kind of thing.
you guys are relatively friendly with me. You know that there's like 3-month windows where I'm like, nobody loves me.
Exactly.
Why doesn't anyone just think I'm cute? And that's why Tinder doesn't work. Is because I don't need to fuck people. I need to be reminded that people would be okay fucking me.
But
and then like
that's
as
the
soon
other
as I get
downside.
matches, and I'm like, oh, this is fine. We're cool.
Yeah. Well,
We're
no,
good.
that's the other downside of like the OkCupid and fucking Tinder thing is like you don't need to try that hard anymore to still fail if you're not getting those matches. And it was weird because I would do that a lot. Like I remember I would like fucking strip down my entire profile and build it back up because out of nowhere it's just like I'm getting no responses. Am I fucking hideous now? What the fuck did I do?
Right.
And then I just start dating someone. I'm like everything's fine. None of that's a problem. Don't even fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
And like I said, the hypocrisy. He's like, I'm just fucking ugly. Hey, I'll talk to you. Hey, you're not my type.
Yeah. Commiserating, yeah. The people you want, you're not getting, and all the people that like you or you are getting, you're like, this isn't real.
Yeah, that's why I was attracted to fucking. People talk about being into damaged women. Like I am into like fucking really damaged physically and otherwise. Like, oh, you going to depressive episodes? That's hot. Wait, where you going? Where you going? Oh, okay. I'll never talk to you again. Bye.
It's I mean, dating is out there. It's for you having serious relationships. Then you're bouncing around. Then it's like black and white for you for a while.
Yeah.
For dating, I mean, is there any like trauma in there? Was there like, were you letting people get close and your heart was being broken, and then other women you were just like,
there was just one girl that like I started dating after me and the girl broke up that I just fell in love with.
Oh shit.
She was a girl that I actually had met the week before I met the girlfriend from high school. I met her like at a concert.
Okay.
And I had gotten her number and then like we had just like I had been hitting on her and then I met the other girl and it kind of fell through.
Gotcha.
And then like I just hit her up out of the blue and I was like, "Hey, would you want to go see a movie sometime or something?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah." Nice. And then I just like fell madly in love with her, and then she was like, "Nah, you're just kind of a dick appointment to me." And I was like, "What do you mean?
Okay.
We hang out like 3 times a week, and you live 45 minutes away. There's obviously some sort of emotional thing here."
Right.
And she's like, "No, I just like fucking you." And I was like, "Well, that's kind
Yeah, that
of
little
you."
skin flap just tickles me.
Yeah, dude.
Just gets me in that right
Oh,
place.
you know it, man. You know it.
I like it when you put it all in and then it's still dangling out the bottom. Sorry, everybody. I am all kind of sorts today.
Just like
I
a
am,
fucking seatbelt hanging out the car door.
Yeah. Oh, I already did that. So.
Oh, you did?
I said
Fuck.
the sweatshirt. Yeah.
There we go. Well, this has been a traumatic moment for me. Pete, can
Hell
you
yeah.
think of some traumatic things that happened to you? What would you say is the worst thing that has ever happened to you?
Oh, that's a fucking.
I know.
That's a loaded
It's a doozy,
question.
That's what we get into here.
Probably something that I think we've been trying to define this question as like something that you really had no responsibility for, like, you know.
Oh, I
it just
chronically
happened to
I
you.
get chronic skin cancer. Like I get I
shit.
get skin cancer like every 2 years. They just shave my head and cut like 15 to 17 like cancerous moles off my head. And
I
then-
mean, all right, we said traumatic
back
stuff,
for
but
it.
come on, I think we could try a little harder than that. No, that sounds fucking terrible.
yeah, I don't
How?
think I was molested or anything like that. I
Okay,
don't
that's fine.
think
We're
that's
kidding.
happened.
Yeah, no.
joking.
I was fucking with you. That's
Yeah.
you have fucking you grow cancer the way
Yeah, I
grow
cancer.
toenails.
Have you ever
Dude,
seen?
are you wait, hold on. Are you telling me you're like a weird chia pet for skin cancer?
Kind of, yeah.
Where it goes on the top of your head and they have to shave it down?
Yeah, started in 8th grade and then just like once every year and a half.
You've been dating women with cancer
Melanoma.
head this whole time?
Dude, if you got good head, you can have cancer.
You can
head.
have cancer head. Good for you, dude. I'm gonna say good for you. That's crazy, man. Okay, so in 8th grade, ooh.
Yeah, it was like the week before the 8th grade trip to Dorney Park.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they're like, oh, by the way, we're gonna shave your head. You're gonna have scabs all over it, and you're gonna have to wear a sombrero the rest of the summer. And I was like, tight. This is fucking,
Guys, this feels like I'm appropriating a little bit of some culture. I
it's
feel
fucking
like.
sick.
No, this is your sterile medical sombrero.
Yeah,
What's that?
no, they're like,
That's what
they're
I
like,
mean,
you
is it
can,
on-
you can wear a fedora if you want. And I was even in 8th grade, I was like, yeah, I'm not wearing a fedora. No, it's fine. We're good. Do you have,
What am I,
do you
in
have
a ska band?
Do you have a bowler?
yeah, right.
For a doily? Do you have like a propeller hat? Because I'll even rock that.
I like. Well, I love the racist doctor who was writing that on the. Clearly, like, well, we can't give him.
I prescribe him a Jew hat.
It's not really a lot of shoulder coverage. I feel like, you know. That's what I mean. I'm imagining he needs the sombrero for the coverage, and then he's like, Susan. I don't want to put Chinese hat on here. That feels rude.
You said the
That's
racist Doctor Who, but I just heard that as racist Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Where they were like, oh, you must get into a doctor. Get into the box.
I'll get the camera off him right now. Let's That's not good.
Is he allowed to be wearing that fez?
It's very interesting.
He does
Is
wear
that
that
okay?
fez quite a bit.
Oh, you had to wear a sombrero.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was wild.
Very strange, man.
Wow.
So now that just happens every 2 years?
Yeah, now they just scan my head and then they say like, okay, we've got to cut these ones off. And
But you have hair. Like, that's what I mean. You have protection from the sun usually. I've always seen you with hair.
yeah, I don't really know.
But for some reason, it just forms. It just, what did
yeah.
they ever?
Have you ever seen that commercial? It's like I think it's like for Lipitor or something. But it's like if John knows he's gonna have a heart attack, John would do something to stop it.
Right.
It's like John will eventually have a heart attack. That's me with skin cancer. They're like, you're eventually going to have cancer throughout your entire body. That may happen when you're 95. That may happen when you're 28. But your body just keeps making skin cancer. Oh, shit. So I was like, sick, dude. Let's be a comic.
Yeah.
Let's get into this silliness.
Yeah, dude, let's get weird.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm picturing you with different hats in a montage of you
there's-
trying to pick out different hats and coming out. Yeah. Ah, this one. No,
Scabby
no.
woman.
I'm walking down the street.
Yeah, I have a collection of hockey team snapbacks that just get rotated through.
That is spectacular. I did not know that about you. I've never even seen you wear a hat that I can recall.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I hope that it doesn't kill you soon.
I appreciate that, friend.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I hope it
Soon.
While we're talking trauma, I think we could throw to the other fight in this video here.
Why? Yeah, I like this. Why are we going to fights? I just love that you're just like, you know what, guys? Let's kind of pep this podcast up. Let's go to people just getting rocked.
Well, like I said, a lot of this podcast is about finding the funny in bad things.
Sure.
So that's why I watched
The last one was a
18-minute
little too. I'm having deja vu. Go ahead. Yeah, well, let's go into it. The last one I really didn't have any things of. It felt like I wanted more of the context because while he was saying, I was like. And then the guy says, he's like, oh, you think I'm just going to sneak you? Yeah. You think I'm just going to sneak you with that right again? And then he just does. So I'm like, man, he really should have saw that coming. All right.
Well,
Sorry.
this one is great, but I'll be honest, I don't even remember what happens with the fight. This is all about the guy recording it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because for our listeners, if you're not on the YouTube here,
You're missing out.
Yeah, you are missing out. There seems to be I love this because it seems as if the one time that a guy was like, baby, hold my shit real quick. Because there's a woman walking across there's a path in the foreground that's closer to the viewers.
Nobody's on the path.
No one's on the path, and it's just trees above us, and there's
She's
clearly
wheeling a wheelie backpack and has several
it might
shopping
be wheelie,
bags.
or she's just holding
She's
it.
getting so much dirt in those wheels.
She's not even paying attention because it seems like she might be with the gentleman that is to her left, and he's walking towards another gentleman directly, as in I guess we're seeing they're gonna fight. But I just love that she's like, all right, baby, I'm gonna be in the house. Like she's just walking casually away from a
You
fight
take care of
that's
this,
about to
baby.
happen. Yeah.
I'm gonna get
The
dinner started.
description of this is good brawl in the streets.
Yeah.
Like they don't even know the context of this. They're like, yo, it was a good brawl. I don't know. I don't know why they're fighting, but it was
In
a
the
good brawl.
park at the most. We're not even in the streets. This is like Upper West Side Manhattan. Where are we? Uh-oh.
We need volume on this.
Okay. Well, here,
That's
roll
the
back.
most important part of this.
Okay, hold on. Let me roll back a little touch. Sorry.
Is this a classic? Oh shit!
It's so much
So-
better than you can imagine.
Okay, so I love this. This gives a little more context.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The one gentleman is on a phone, and
Yeah.
the other one looks like he's also yelling into the phone. No doubt a mutual friend.
He's
They're
like-
trying to have a three-way call
It's
with.
like, listen, man. I thought we had tickets to the.
You know we had reservations. Where the fuck are you? There's a
friend-
PD Eckenrothe running late on the other side of that phone. That's what's happening.
Sorry, I was trying to say. I was like, I thought we had tickets to Hamilton. Like, so I could not get had. Dude, I am
Jefferson?
my brain is out today, everybody. I apologize.
They're pushing each other. Phone goes flying.
What about to get to business? Look,
Okay, hold on.
What the fuck is this?
World Star.
Hold on, baby.
They play
World
soccer
Star.
now.
What is? Why is she carrying the bag?
Oh,
All right,
so
wait, shh.
Yeah. World Star cuss.
Okay, come on.
Oh, he kicked that nigga. Oh,
Happy birthday.
This guy
World
is
Star.
filming this during a children's birthday party. Just go, World Star.
happy happy birthday.
And many more. Oh shit, he popped him, dude. He straight popped him. Oh shit, yeah.
Knock the fuck out. Amira, I got you this.
Honey, no, we're gonna get the pony. We're gonna get the pony. Hold on, honey. Hold
You
on.
can
We're
tell
just
that
watching
the
this.
person fighting though is like has never been in a fight and only knows how to fight from watching the UFC.
yeah.
But he was like, "Let me start with leg kicks."
Yeah. It's not good.
Oh my
It's
God.
not
I want to
good.
make it to round 3. I
wanna
gotta
know
slow him
what's-
down a bit.
It seems to be. I feel like either now I don't know who's with who because the woman holding all someone's bags.
He's also getting kicked.
Yeah, it's also then we see the aggressor. We thought I thought she might have been with him. The guy that what we're seeing is the guy in the blue shirt, let's say, and then all of a sudden he realizes the guy in the blue shirt's just like trying to get this phone away from this other guy. For no reason, he's kicking the phone. Listeners who didn't get to watch it, is actively kicking the phone again. I guess these Hamilton tickets are like really hot. He doesn't want him to have them.
Waiting that lottery line all day.
Yeah, it's a problem. We should not be doing those voices. I feel like it's fine.
I'm intentionally not ethnicizing them.
Please don't. It's already funny. So to be honest, I love fights like this, dude. Just
What are you
scrapping in the
doing,
park.
Gerald? We have to be there by 6. Oi, vote with this guy. What am I gonna do?
I do love this fight.
World star.
World
star.
Yeah, baby, this is a very important day for you. I know it's your happy birthday. We're all love
Yeah.
you so much. Hold on, baby. Just give me one.
World
What is
star,
going
cuz.
on over here? Oh.
Oh, you kicked that nigga. World star.
World star.
Where
We
he
wanna-
joins in after this.
Right. We just want to gather everybody here. We're very sorry for the loss of William, and it's just, oh shit, he popped him. I just love the filming. I mean, just the filming. Other things is just happy birthday.
And as we lay to rest our brother Robert's eternal soul, oh yo, he just hooked that motherfucker.
it's so,
Now look at, he's not going nowhere. Look at this shit.
it's so strange that yeah, you're supposed to do the eulogy. One more, just hold on, real quick. Oh god, this is such weird videos.
No, dude, you can bump me. You can bump me, bro. It's fine.
So strange. I love it so much.
Isn't Cousin Charles doing a drop in?
Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, that'd be even better if they did like the better happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. World star. Happy birthday to ya.
Oh shit! You see that?
You know we gotta get checked in early, Robert.
Happy birthday!
I love it. Oh shit.
Cody, we got to park like 3 blocks away.
I'm not paying valet because we're waiting for this son of a bitch.
Ah,
If we park next to School of Rock, we can walk 4 blocks. And they got a garage up. It's only $15 for the day.
Jesus, I love it so much.
Oh my god.
Oh, you did theater though. You know
did,
all your
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You know
That's
all
right.
your
Oh yeah.
shit.
Did you have any big parts when you did theater?
I was supposed to be the Scarecrow, and then I was failing Algebra
Perfect
2,
Scarecrow.
so
Oh.
that didn't happen. I was Buffalo Bill in
in the musical Silence of the Lambs.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
I'm gonna
Would
wear
you
your skin. I'm gonna wear your skin.
Would you fuck me? I totally fuck me. Wild horses.
You put the lotion in the basket and everything's fine.
Give me back my fucking dog, you cunt. We're having a good time. This is the second theater moment. Last time it was Ellie Summerlin.
Oh
Yeah, sure.
Fun fact: Ellie used to teach at that high school you went to, and one of Ellie's former students is and mutual friend is the girl that gave me.
Oh,
the
really?
Yeah, the heckle
The
on my
old-
schmeckle.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not know.
Yeah.
Small penis world.
Small
It
dick
is.
world, yeah, dude.
Holy
Small
shit.
dick
dude.
world.
Shout out Cindy Staffy.
Hell yeah, dude.
Should have saw that one coming, to be honest. That's crazy. Yeah, you got a lot of. We're covering trauma. We're making good ground here.
We are,
We're seeing
yeah.
a lot of good stuff.
I mean,
going
we could
on.
get right to the last thing.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
there.
I think we're
done.
there. Passion, love, and trauma. I mean, we're hitting all of it. So I don't.
Yeah.
So I mean, where? What's your first experience with death?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I haven't really had any like prevalent experiences with death
Really?
yet. Yeah, I've saw both my grandparents and my great grandma. They all live in like a 2-block radius of my parents' house,
Okay.
actually. But yeah, I don't know. My like Uncle Bobby died when I was in like probably late elementary school, and that was the first funeral. But I don't remember being like overly emotional.
Okay.
And then like my Uncle Joe, like my great Uncle Joe died, and that was the only time I've ever been like emotional at a funeral.
Okay.
Where I was like,
These are all
damn.
deaths that were. I mean, you know, you have elderly
Old
deaths,
people.
so those were
yeah.
so
And the only
a little
I
more
guess the only
expected.
person that was like important to me that died like not at like an old person death was my friend's mom had a stroke. And she
Okay.
was like
Really surprised.
the lacrosse like mom for like my whole
okay.
life. Yeah.
I'm really surprised. So you didn't have a bunch of you didn't have like some kids running around Triton.
Oh, we have a whole bunch of kids that OD'd. I just was not into
Friends.
drugs at that time.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
they weren't
yeah.
my friends. No, I was
Or
just like
car accidents when you're it's usually
Yeah,
sometimes if friends have got no, you don't have to think about it. I'm not asking you. Hey man,
Yeah,
why
I
don't you
don't
have friends
think
who
so.
died?
No.
I feel like a lot of teens don't die. I feel like heroin gets them before the cars ever do. It's crazy.
yeah, we actually no. A kid who graduated with me actually did get hit by a car and die a couple weeks ago.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he was drunk as fuck and just like walked in the middle of the light on like 73 in Cherry Hill and just got bopped.
Yeah,
That happens.
it does happen.
It happens when you ignore lights on highways.
There is I won't say who. There is an old friend of mine who once told me, like right after it happened, that they had hit somebody with their car in Gloucester, and they were fucked up, and they just went home and they never found out what happened about it. So that's just
Like hit
Pete,
like a,
just
like,
let it hang.
Killed
Just
a
let it hang, Pete.
pedestrian.
might have.
Sick.
Might have.
Sick.
Actually, I'm trying to even think if it was the friend I remember saying that.
Well, I'm imagining that means.
So many people admit their
If you
murders
say
to
it's
me.
a friend and then you like don't give any more guesses, I'm just
What
gonna
was
start
weird-
guessing anyone that I know that you may also
It was so
know.
strange because the next summer, systematically, all his friends were killed
That's right.
by a man in a terrible white mask. That's
They all had hook marks.
Yeah, they all had hook mark. There you go. We got a great reference out. I'm fucking lacking today. I am fucking lacking.
Okay, so there's like based on that description, there's like 3 movies that I think we can
Yeah,
refer
Scream
to.
I was going with.
There's Scream, Jeepers Creepers with the hooky part, and
Sure.
then
Right,
I know what you did last summer.
But I know what
think
you
I
did
was
last summer was the longshoreman, and
Yeah.
like Scream was like the suburban mom.
Yeah.
I don't think this person walking in the middle of the night through Gloucester is going to be any kind of.
Yeah, what's your opinion on Gloucester as a South Jerseyite? Because I am very pro Gloucester as a place. I'm very anti Belmar.
Okay.
Yeah, because like Gloucester is
Belmar is my hometown. Why are you so anti Belmar?
because so you'll understand this, Neil. You might not.
Also, my mom won the title of anti Belmar for 3 years running.
anti
Continue.
Belmar. I'm very anti.
They don't give her a sash. They just give her 4 tires.
Gloucester knows what they are. They're like, yo, we like do a lot of heroin and we like drinking, but it's a nice place. Raise your kids. We got 2 Catholic schools. And Belmar is like, oh, we're just like Runnymede and Glendora, except we're just all on
I get
meth.
you. I get you.
And then like they just don't know what they are. They're in denial about the fact that half of their town is Section 8 housing,
Yep.
and that everyone I know who's ever tried to offer me pills lives in Belmar.
Yeah. No, that's very, like, you would think from the outside, because you drove around my hometown before.
Yeah,
Again, you
I've been
didn't think there were Nazi parties happening.
I did
just
not.
nearby.
There were actively Nazi parties going on.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
Even from where I'm from, they're usually just old Italian races. It's not
Right.
usually like, actually like, hey, you want to check out the garage? Like our paraphernalia? Oh, yeah, it's kind of scary stuff.
Speaking of scary stuff, let's just get into our last little thing here. That would be
sure.
the suicidal, depressive black metal
Metal
song of the week. Week. This is a genre dedicated to the sadness of the world and wallowing. Our song this week is by Zaster. I'm not going to tell you how to spell that. Telepathic with the Deceased. Neil, if you could play that while I read some of the lyrics, please.
Okay, no problem there.
Okay. Haters of life are telepathic with the deceased. Fragments of failure, for it only bears a meaning when all life is torn apart. We are messengers of death.
Oh, look at that.
Visit beautiful Belmar. Percocets on every street corner.
Yeah, really. Oh,
yeah.
man, look at these guys trying. This is adorable.
That's actually considered one of the better bands in the genre.
I love this. Really?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with them actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
There you go.
Yeah, enough.
I love this album cover. The art is not. It's this bad where they had to put a bubble to show you where they're actually trying to accent.
here.
This is really what our death metal's about, really.
I love the fucking logo, though.
So
as
one-
far as black metal logos, that's a pretty sick one.
One of the better logos, I would have to say. I mean, it's not too shabby. I love it. I mean, the old English, stuff. They're going for, what is it? Is this meant to be Byzantine or no? This isn't Byzantine. It's the wrong section of the earth. It's kind of hard to make out.
Yeah, it
But,
looks a little like Turkish.
Yeah, it's got a little especially these patterns on these horses and stuff here. It's very interesting. But then the noble pin, this is more English settler over here. This might be Dutch. Something like that. Sorry, I'm just digging into art history here. I apologize, everybody. But these also, that did fit a lot of the mold. It was a little sharper. I can still not make out. I like at least if I can actually hear them. I couldn't even hear lyrics in there.
Right. Well,
sometimes we do this. How did you know about them? I didn't realize you.
I was just an angsty boy for a while there. Yeah.
Sometimes you need good tunes to cut yourself to.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh yeah, dude, I was very into like A Day to Remember as a middle schooler.
God.
So I eventually became actually angry.
That was where I tuned out of a lot of that stuff because I never really got the it called good cop bad cop vocals. It's like why you gonna take me down?
Oh, that's smart that they call that good cop, bad cop vocals. I like that.
Right.
I never knew what that was called. I always just thought that was just like with pop punk, and sometimes like that's kind of sprinkled in depending on what kind of musical genre you are in terms of metal. I've heard that in different kinds of stuff.
But Newfound Glory is a big place where it actually came from because they were all very, very pop punk. And then all of a sudden, like, the one guitarist just started screaming his background vocals.
Really?
Yeah. And, have I waited too long? Like, that's what their new shit sounds like.
Really?
Well, the guitarist who didn't get arrested for trying to fuck 13-year-olds. The other one that stayed behind is fucking, like, grizzled and rough now, so he's got to...
Gotcha. I did not know.
Yeah, it's so crazy that Brand New wrote The Boy Who Blocked Their Own Shot like 10 years before it came out that the singer fucked like 15-year-olds.
Wait, who?
The singer from Brand New.
I didn't know the singer from
like
Brand New.
like a pedophile rapist, apparently. It came out like 3 years ago.
If you could look up brand
He wrote,
new
like,
sex allegations, that's going to be very hard to Google. Maybe that went right into the band in the first place. Gonna have every
band
fucking
Brand
low-level
New.
politician.
Right, I had to put that in.
I really hope I don't find out like sex things about Levon Helm now. Now that you mentioned the band Brand New Sex Offender.
Oh, Jesse Lacey. Okay. No, wait, that's right. This is ringing a bell now. These were guys who were big like late 2000s. They had just released an acclaimed new album, went to #1. Like this was their big like this was like when Green Day came out with American Idiot. This was like their big victory tour. We're back. Only the Billy Joe Armstrong equivalent has been fucking teenagers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. That has changed the past week. Brian Diaz, former guitar. Yeah. Brian Diaz. Yeah. The former guitar technician for the acclaimed alternative rock group Brand New posted the following message on Facebook.
He solicited nudes from me starting when I was 15 and he was 24. Manipulated the hell out of me. See, this is the downside. So many of those bands got ahead because they were great at promoting on MySpace to 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's how a lot. There was a guy, the guy from the band Blood on the Dance Floor, I think, got in trouble for that same thing.
The dance floor.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like or even like Power Bottom, like even like
Oh,
these,
yeah,
like
that fucking
LGBT
band.
like bands that got big on social media were being equally like equally woke bands were being just equally rapey to different people.
That power bottom thing, though, I got to admit, obviously you don't want anybody to get sexually abused in any way, shape, or form. But like, oh, really? The guy who says that he's on the LGBTQ thing, but really just looks like a dude in a dress. He was using that to take advantage of people? No,
Never.
I can't. Oh, but still my beating heart. I can't believe. I can't believe there's not a stereotype about this. It happens so rarely. Oh wait,
I'm not parsing these two things together. I find them
Straight-
coincidental.
straight white dudes infiltrating outsider subcultures only to take advantage of it the way they stereotypically
Yeah, like
do.
the guy from Power Bottom isn't even gay, and he like wore a dress on stage, and like he's not like a transsexual person. He's not like a cross dresser. He just only did it on stage to get press.
Oh.
And then was
But
like,
didn't-
yeah,
that's
and
old
then was,
hat. Didn't
and then
Manson-
was writing like LGBT pro LGBT songs.
Sure.
That's
To,
where
like,
it gets a little. They
pretend to
were
be a part of the group of
directly
these
trying to appeal to that. Like
Okay.
it would be if you and I put on blackface and we're trying to, we're representing Black Philly, and
Right.
people just accepted it for a while.
We were talking about that project, and I thought you weren't going to say anything.
I mean,
Jesus.
patent pending.
I am kidding. Don't know how much that.
We're trying to add.
Don't know why I have to say that.
No, if you ever get busted for racist, it's like no, it's an extra layer of meta.
So in the context here, this guy, right? So he was promoting these songs that were pro LGBT, which are great, and then he somehow is then also trying to get these young kids
To fuck them, yeah.
piece of shit. I just don't. I don't connect the same thing of like the dress thing and stuff.
That's why you gotta listen to good wholesome music such as Rush or Dream Theater.
Fuck yeah, I'm going to see him next week.
Hell yeah, dude.
They're back already.
They're doing the
Dream Theater, right? Not Rush.
Right.
Yeah, they're done.
What they're doing is they're doing their smaller market second run of the tour they were doing. So I'm going to see literally the same show I saw before, but I'm going to have my lovely girlfriend Perry with me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Because I got her in fucking nerd metal now. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You already got her
She
hooked?
likes Dream Theater. Yep.
You like
Really?
3 weeks in? How long you guys been going? Get her hooked on Dream. That's deep. I had to
I've met
listen
her
to a lot
like
of-
3 times now, so it's obviously been more than like 3 weeks. But like,
No,
It's
I
been
know.
we're coming up. It'll be 3 months next
Aw,
week. Yeah.
cute.
And
I
we
guess it-
we count from the day we met because it was off to the fucking races.
Ugh, all right. Sorry. What?
That was a little-
All right. Well, anyway, on topic, Pete. What do you think happens when we die?
I don't know. There's a book called Elsewhere that like really like helped me like define what I think about that. Pretty much like when you die in this book, like you get sent to heaven and you start aging backwards. And then like once you hit 0 again is when you get born again, like and like
Okay.
travel back down. And that checks out to me, like that there's like some reflection period to like try to gain something from it, and then toward the ultimate goal of like nirvana, if that's what we want to call it.
I like that. I could fuck with that cosmological model.
Yeah, but I have a very distinct like I don't think there's a hell. Like I don't think there can be a hell.
Yeah.
If we're claiming that we're made this way by some divine dude, then that dude won't be mad at us for being the way we are.
Exactly.
Like
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. That's very nice.
Down with
That's
it.
a very. What was the book again?
it's called Elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
I don't remember who it's by, but it was really good. I had to read it in like 8th
Natalie
grade.
Winch, our
I hope it's
former high
Natalie
school
Winch.
teacher. She writes cosmological models and
Farm to table nonfiction.
exactly.
I like it.
Pete, this was a clean fucking
Yeah,
episode.
this is
I
fun.
like
Thanks
it.
for having me,
Very,
guys.
very nice.
Really
We've
appreciate it.
gotten a little sprawly lately. I like having a nice compact fit. This episode's got like a nice ass and a tight little waist, and and a lot of skin cancer, and I'm all about it.
Oh yeah.
So again, plug what you got coming up. Tell us your social media again.
So you can follow me at PDEC42 on Instagram and Twitter.
ECK.
Yes, PETEECK 42. And then you can see me at the Ship of Fools Music Festival this upcoming weekend in Egg Harbor, New Jersey. And you can see me on Neil Wood's show at some point in November.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
Oh, you're sorry, Jesse. You just looked at me. Yeah. So why don't you just go to IamNeilWood.com or go to nerdswithwordspodcast.com, and we're formatting it over to Drop Dead Media, which is the network we're on right now. And you can check out all the other podcasts on there, plus the shows that are coming up. Yeah, they can't see you. They don't know what they're looking at. I actually should go over to I should go over to you now. Yeah, there we go. You can check out all the other podcasts, and more are joining every other week. So we got a lot coming for you. Okay, Jesse, stop gloating. But yeah, shows coming up. Let's see. We got, of course, October 5th and October 10th are the next cool shows that you can go to. October 5th is in Hatboro. You can check that out at the laboratory. We just were walking around meeting nice people right in Hatboro. It was really, really wonderful. It is BYOB and BYOF. Bring whatever you want. We'll bring the comedy. It'll be a good time. And then October 10th in Chalfont. And that's always packed out in the downstairs room. So buy those tickets now. And
Yeah.
again, just Nerds with Words podcast.com and get all your tickets.
Yeah, I just did that Chalfont show recently at the Pop-In. That place is fucking awesome. It's a weird little nerd haven in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, and it's really, really cool, and I dug it. And Lemaire Lee personally killed a Chinese lanternfly outside doing his civic duty with a
Hell yeah,
comical like Harley Quinn hammer.
It's very strange you mentioned that because Adam just killed one in Hatboro.
There you go.
Like, I didn't know I'll look up later apparently why people are just
they're
like,
an invasive
pestilence.
species.
They're
Yeah.
pestilence. Got it. Okay, well, how
It's
about you,
said-
Jesse Bamis? What are you going to come up
I
with?
ain't booked for shit. I just got booked for
I might
something.
put you on something then.
There you go. I just got booked for something Noah Houlihan is running. That's the guys at High Note Humor.
Hell yeah.
On
Great
October 23rd, I will be part of a 30 comic Royal Rumble style roast battle.
Oh, very nice.
I don't know how the fuck that's going to work, but I am there, and I'm going to be Gonna enter at number one and be the
high
Iron
note
Man.
I love the high note humor people. It's
Yeah,
very
they're good.
odd that got announced directly after we announced at Cave our 30-man Royal Rumble roast battle.
Well, see, I didn't get booked for that, so we're not talking
That
about
you
that.
did not. No, that's
Yeah.
true.
Even though Sean Gardini asked me when he only had 10 people signed up, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah, well.
I just don't want to get too
It's
real.
right. Gardini
the first
also
one.
had me ask Cody, Rusty, and Jeff Colella.
And none of the book.
No, and then immediately was like, "Oh, I made the list. I forgot to put them on that." And then had them all mad at me. And then when people dropped out, made me go back to them and be like, "Hey, would you want to be on the show?"
It's all fun. Booking shit's a pain in the ass. Anyway, at Jesse Dram, at Magic Misery Tour, we're going to leave you with the sweet sounds of the be sure to wear your medical sombreros and stay safe out there. Goodbye.
This has been a Drop 10 Media Production.